actually, he wanted to do an interview. Yeah, I got to do an interview with him. The thing is, no, he told me, because I said, yo, you know Durk down to box for some bread? He said, nah, I want to box him for free.
You know that shit ain't gonna happen for no free, man.
I don't even know why they hate each other.
They don't. He just be doing too much.
LA Fitness,
he just do.
If you saw him in LA Fitness,
they beat the fuck out of him. Was that a troll?
No, that was some real shit.
They beat the fuck out of him.
Really? Like, because I heard him talk about it. Like, me and him was supposed to have it. We didn't do it yet. But, like, I don't think he really saying the real about it. Because, like, he talking to people who ain't really know, blah, blah. But, like, what I noticed when he was into it with them niggas, like, if you watch him on the ground, like, I had to Google it later, but, like, he was throwing down a Latin King symbol type shit. Apparently, they were Latin Kings.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, yeah, they beat him up.
Yeah.
So, like, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
He a crash dummy. Basically, you said he a crash.
Admit, all right, we could say, all right, not gangster, but he definitely stupid.
A crash dummy.
But ain't a crash dummy? A crash dummy could be gangster.
A crash dummy, yeah, you right about that. But he not a gangster.
What's a gangster?
See, a gangster a way of life.
No, come on. No.
For real, it's different. For real, it's different meanings of being a gangster.
Okay, so sometimes people confuse gangster and real. And then sometimes, I always said there's gangster being real and being a man. And sometimes people also confuse being gangster or being real with also being willing to risk it all. Like, there's some people who like, yeah, I'm not scared to die. Is that person gangster or is he just...
No, you shouldn't be scared to die though. Like, cause that's one thing we promise in this world is to die. That's the only thing we promise in this world is to live for a little bit and die.
No, don't listen to this nigga. Listen, we as humans, as everybody on earth, you're programmed. Fear is the way that you survive. Like, when you have fear is how you get out of situations. Like, I'll lean into my fear. If I feel like, sometimes I walk into certain shit. And like one time, like actually I never even told a story. One time I don't even say what city or whatever, but it's a club I usually go to. Now this time I usually go with mass security, but this one time I know the owner there, I know everybody there. So it's kind of like almost like love. So I'm like, I don't need to come here with the battalion. So I'm pulling up there. And again, honestly, like, you know, sometimes me and niggas will get into it online, but like, I don't really know if like, they're like, yo, I'm gonna really fight you. Or it might be like, yo, you funny as hell, man. Stop playing with me. I don't know if it's gonna be that. I see a nigga I was definitely roasted. And I see like, he was with a bunch of Haitian niggas.
What's his name?
Nah, I ain't gonna say it.
See?
No,
you real bullshit.
Because if I say his name, he gonna be like, cause he ain't see me. He still ain't see me. Hold on.
You said a bunch of Haitians though.
And a bunch of Haitians. What I mean is like, really, he had a bunch of niggas with him.
Yeah.
And I ain't got nobody with me. And I go in, everybody cool at the door. I'm like, yo, where the owner at? Because usually I'm kicking with the owner, and the owner got mad scared. I'm like, where he at?
Yeah.
I'm looking like the club literally looked like Little Haiti. And I was just like, I looked at two of my people. I said, we're out.
Yeah.
I think I dipped out of there before they even realized I was in there. Now, here's the thing. That's my fear. My fear probably, like, I could have used my pride and be like, nah, fuck that. Like, I came in to party.
Yeah.
Nigga. And then probably 2 ass whippings later, I would have been like, maybe this wasn't a good idea.
That ain't even no fear. That's just being smart. You ain't
that's
no
smart,
stupid.
Right?
Yeah, that's smart.
But that's part of fear, though.
Yeah.
So you tell me, what's the gangster, like, tell me what's gangster and tell me what's the difference between gangster and just, like, being... just crash dummy.
A crash dummy. See, a crash dummy gonna do some shit like, he might see a motherfucker, right? And just crash out in front of the police, in front of witnesses. Just crash out, just do whatever. The cameras don't give no fuck about nothing. Just crash the fuck out. I know niggas that's crash dummies, you feel me? It's crash dummies. It be a lot of crash dummies around rappers, around anybody that got money, just, you know what I'm saying? They gonna crash out because he gonna be like, oh yeah, he gonna hold me down, or he might look out for me, you feel me? That's a crash dummy. Gangster, like, you can explain that in different type of ways. Like, gangster is just like standing on morals, like morals, like basically just morals, like that you grow up in, like the code. You know what I'm saying?
So you have to break that down to me. By the way, welcome to Off the Record Podcast, man. Listen, I am here with somebody who, hey, when he hit me up, he said, "Ak, we gotta talk." I said, "Yes, we fucking do, man." Somebody who has been persecuted, dragged through the mud on social media, someone who's been misunderstood, but someone who also has a huge fan base, really connected to some of the hottest shit going on right now in music. There's a lot of polarizing shit about him, but he's here today. We're going to get into everything. We're going to set this straight. We're here with OTF Doodie Lo, man. What's up, my brother?
My boy, Ak, what you on?
What's up, man? Yo, listen, I'm glad you hit me up that we could really have that conversation, especially on camera, about everything.
Yeah.
I'm someone I feel like I covered a lot about you, but maybe not even in the way of music, which that was sad. I thought that was really sad because I was covering things that, maybe some of my audience who's watching, they're like, damn, before we even get to know a song we like, we're hearing about some bullshit.
For sure.
We're going to get to that. We're definitely going to get to that. But we definitely want to start off, as you mentioned, morals and codes and even being a gangster, whatever. Explain your background, because sometimes also people, they look at the streets and they always feel like, especially now, like it's a place where, is there really rules? Like it's a lot of hazy shit going on.
Yeah, not no more shit. The streets really over with. Like, I feel like you should just, with the streets right now, I feel like you should just get you some money and get out the way. The streets over with. It ain't no morals and codes and that shit no more. But like, see me, I grew up in a small town in Kankakee. It's damn near like 45 minutes to an hour away from Chicago. You feel me? I grew up like my mama.
Wait, what's the name of the place?
Kankakee.
That's the shit that Von rapped about.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Like, what type of neighborhood is that?
It's a small town. Everybody know everybody type shit. You know?
Like not white people shit, like nigga shit, like what's
it's
the
mostly mixed.
Yeah.
But it's mostly like, black people, low poverty, but it's a good town. But you got your good and bad. It's like everywhere.
So you grew up there. What's your upbringing like? And like, how do you even really connect to music and shit? How do you even connect to like somebody like Durk?
Shit, really, how I connect to music and my upbringing. We grew up fucked up, but I knew it was either gonna be like football or music. It wasn't gonna be no in between, or I probably would have been dead in jail right now. You know?
Oh, so you needed a skill or some type of opportunity to make it out. You used to play football?
Hell yeah.
Running back?
Running back. How you know?
I can see.
Running back, linebacker, and shit like that.
Oh shit!
My coach told me, he said, "Look, man, that's the only sport you can damn near kill somebody and get away with it. Go out there and hit somebody up." I was trying to take a motherfucking neck off of that motherfucker.
That's what he told you?
Yeah.
That's some good motivational shit. That's what Deion Sanders telling his players. Like, yo,
shout out Coach JJ, man.
Yo, salute to Prom. Oh, damn, all right. Yeah. So shit, wait, you couldn't play like basketball or nothing like that. I can't see you with the basketball.
Weak as fucking basketball, man. I play basketball to condition for football, but
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit. All right, so cool, you grew up fucked up, you playing football. But I also could imagine like your neighborhood and your friends and everything. There's a lot of shit happening. Are you still playing football by the time you even graduate in high school, or are you kind of like doing a little bit different shit?
I ain't graduated, to be honest. You
didn't graduate high school?
I ain't even graduate. I think I stopped going to school probably in 8th grade or something.
Wait, you can't even claim you're on the football team if you're in 8th grade.
Yeah, 9th grade. My freshman year. I had a daughter, and I'm like, fuck this shit. Like,
how old are you in 9th grade?
I think like 16, like 15.
You had a kid in 9th grade.
I had 3 of them in 9th grade, back to back to back.
Oh, you were the lit nigga in high school.
For sure.
You ain't gonna lie. You were the nigga I hated. Fuck y'all niggas. Hey, interestingly enough, 3 kids with like older women or like same grade type shit?
Same grade, back to back, right? She had my daughter. I had another one on the way, older woman. Then my first baby mama, she was pregnant right after the first baby.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
So why'd you leave school though? Did you feel like you had to provide?
Yeah, I feel like I had to provide. Cause I was already so used to providing for my little brothers and them. Cause I'm the oldest oldest boy. I got an older sister, but all my little brothers, I was already used to provide, so I'm like, shit, I ain't finna go to school to be no doctor, lawyer, none of that shit for real. So I really just stopped going to that shit and I had a job at Burger King.
Oh shit!
I got my first check, you feel me? And then I ain't never go back.
How much is the check?
Probably like 180, 120, some shit like that.
Damn, that's probably for the week, right?
Hell yeah, probably 2 weeks.
Damn. Okay, so you got 3 kids or 3 kids on the way. Yeah. What's your family tell you? Like, what's your mom tell you? Where your parents at?
See, my mom, she used to tell. See, you know, your mom and her boys, they just like, you know what I'm saying? We was like kind of wild, so she did the best she can do. So once you get out of control, she really can't do nothing. My daddy, him and my mom split up early, you feel me? So they was just like, they supported it. Like, ain't nothing you can do, like, you know? And then it wasn't like I was leaning on them to take care of my babies. I did it. I did that.
How'd you take care of them?
You know, I had doing whatever I had to do. You hear me?
You know what I always say about Chicago? I'm like I know my mom. Like some people wonder why.
Your ass.
Oh my God! I always say my mom beat like a nigga. Like so my mom and my dad separated at a certain point. And one thing my mom was notorious about, like she would. It's not one of those, you know, like sometimes your mom be like, wait till your dad get home. Yeah. Nah, my mom used to beat the brakes. Like I would be scared more of my mom than my dad.
I used to get my ass whooped too, but after a certain age, you don't get no fucking no more shit. I'm taking a belt from her, man. Don't hit me no more, man. You hear me? I got my own kids.
God damn. All right, so now you're below 18. Mm-hmm. You're probably like at least at this point, probably like 15, 16. Mm-hmm. How you making money? Like how you gonna make even ends meet? Like how do you even figure this shit out?
See, I had my older homie. I always hung around people that was older than me. You feel me? So like my homie Cap, he was really helping me take care of my daughters. And he ended up doing 10 years fed time. So when he went to jail, I'm like, damn, I was kind of lost, you feel me? So then I ended up getting a little job at Burger King for like 2 weeks, got the check. And then just little regular shit, like, shit, I was doing what I had to do.
Damn.
Catch my drift.
So how'd you get into music?
I always loved music.
Were you doing music like throughout, or?
I wasn't taking it serious like that. I was doing talent shows and shit like that around, but I was always hustling, you feel me?
What was the first like opportunity or moment you were like, damn, maybe this could be some shit?
What me and Von did, me and Doodie Lo.
How'd you meet Von?
Shit, we through Dirt.
So give me that whole story of even how you meet Durk, what part of your life you was in, and why they even took a liking into you.
See, me and Durk got the same best friend, Chief Wook.
Yeah.
And Vernon, they brothers, you feel me? So Wook used to come down to Kankakee, come kick it with me. Durk ain't really like me for real. He, what the fuck you going down there with this ugly motherfucker, cancer patient looking motherfucker? But
you wasn't bald back then.
Oh man, I've been bald forever. You hear me?
Well, I thought you only went bald like a few years ago, like officially.
Officially, I went bald probably 7 years ago.
Cause I remember when Von was clowning you. I was like, this bald head motherfucker right here.
Why you sitting in the chair with a haircut? That's how. But yeah, shit. And then we just started linking up, and you know, real recognized real. So that was like probably like 10, 11 years ago. Damn that. That was in 2013.
What was your first impression of them?
Like these motherfuckers crazy than a motherfucker. You hear me?
Was it like a different pace, or like probably like some shit that you were just more accustomed to?
Yeah, I can relate to everything. It was just more faster.
Yeah.
I'm going to Chicago from Kankakee. I'm like, damn, how the fuck y'all even surviving out here? Not like financially, just how the shit was. Like, it was just so fucked up.
Yeah. It's a lot of shit going on. It's a lot of moving parts, right?
What?
what made you even want, like, because I'm gonna be honest with, again, you know, we talked before about just even like fear or just like sense of survival. Shit, I think a lot of people would be like, yeah, I'll fuck with you, but I'll fuck with you from a distance because like I don't want to be in all of that because it don't look like, that looked like a hard situation to navigate through.
It was, because it's just the same shit, but it was more big out there, more faster. And I'm showing them shit that they ain't seen. They coming to Kankakee, we ride 4-wheelers and, you know what I'm saying, I had a studio in the crib, you feel me? Like, that was where we was chill at, you feel me? So that's how we grew up bond. Like, we doing shit, like, they showing me shit I ain't seen. What they said, dude, you dress like a fucking Mexican, man. They gave me, like, put me on the drip, you feel me? We ain't got no malls and all that shit in Kankakee like that. So they coming out there with me, and I'm coming out there with them. So it was like, we instantly was just like, I don't know it. And it was so crazy, it was just locked in like this. It was like, it wasn't no fake, phony shit.
When's the first time you met Von?
When he got out of jail.
How was that?
Man, that's so crazy, like, cause I ain't never met nobody like him. It was like the genuine, like super genuine. Like if Von tell you he gonna do something, he gonna do it. You feel me? Like Von will tell you like, I'm gonna tell you a story. When Von got out, right, I pulled up in the O Block. You feel me? I looked out for him. I gave him a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't rapping yet. Wasn't doing none of that. You feel me? So he a genuine dude. So while we recording me and Doodie Lo, he threw a stack of money on my lap. I'm like, what's this? He said, I'll never forget what you did for me. You feel me? I'm like, man, I'm cool, bro. He held on, oh boy, I'll take this. You feel me? And I'm like, it's just whatever. Yeah. And while we recording the song, he like, the whole world gonna remember your name. Like, me and Doodie Lo, like, me and Doodie Lo. And that's one of my biggest records today. It's a classic.
Yeah, one thing I've heard consistently, even, you know, anytime anyone remembers Von, is that he's somebody who never forgets the people who helped him along the way.
Never, man.
That's
never.
important, right?
For real, like, for real, because like you gotta think like this, like, why you think like people, like, it ain't like you can't take everybody with you, you know what I'm saying? But it's key players that you don't forget about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't owe nobody nothing, but at least like acknowledge it at least, or just do what you can. Like, don't change up. Don't let the money change you, or don't even let nobody tell you the money changed you, because money do change situations, because you can't be the same person that you was because the envy, the jealousy and all that, you know?
Yeah.
But he was one person, like him, all the niggas around me, like, ain't never let the money change. I'm like, we still asleep on the fucking floor in a $11 million house in Malibu if we had to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, okay, so you meet Dirk, you meet Von, you know what I mean? Start doing a little bit of recording with them as well. Mm-hmm. How is shit in life changing for you in terms of, you know, where you came from and where you live at, to ultimately be like, yo, listen, I think this OTF move is really the wave right now?
See, it ain't come like that, because like, all right, now I'm bringing you back to like 2013, 2014. If you go back, you can always see me in the cut, or you will hear Dirk say my name, or, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I just wasn't taking music seriously. So when I moved to Atlanta, probably in 18, 19, that's when I took it serious. So it was like, back at home, I'm still in the trenches though, you feel me? I'm still in the trenches, so whatever I had going on in the trenches was already, but it brought a little more hate, because they're like, damn, what the fuck? He out there with these niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? But all my day one shit, I still talk to them, man. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't bring more hate than I already had. I was already getting money, already just who I was, you know?
Is it like a mind fuck though? Because now you're out to Atlanta, you're seeing kind of a lot of the success that like especially Durk is having, and like, other people, even Vaughn eventually, and you still really connected with the people like in your neighborhoods, and maybe you ain't get to that point yet, but like, it's like two different worlds. When you were around them, you've seen a whole different world. And then when you go back home, it's a whole different world too.
Yeah, and then because I always been traveling, like I never stayed like just. I'm always. You might see me in Kankakee to my. That's when Facebook was. You might see me in motherfucking Miami or somewhere, and then shit. When I went from there, we in the studio. I'm on tour, signed to the Streets 3 tour. I was on them tours performing. So, but I still wasn't taking it serious because I wasn't seeing the money I was seeing off what I was doing off of that. So that's what brought me back to there. You feel me? And then one day, like, Durk called me. I had got shot. He called me, bro, you gotta move.
This is right after you got shot?
Yeah, he said me, like, you gotta move, bro. I'm like, shit.
This is in Chicago you got shot?
In Kankakee.
Oh, Kankakee, okay.
He like, you gotta move. But I'm like, shit, that's where all my money at. He like, bro, you got it. Like, you got fans already, you know what I'm saying? He like, you got it. And then he put it in a way like, he said, bro, look at the microphone like this. And then when you put the music out, you feel me? That's your money. And he put it like that in my hands. Like,
wait, explain that. That sounds like a really dope way to try to explain to a street nigga how they could.
Yeah, he said, look at recording process, the microphone like this, like, and then when you put it out, catch my drift.
And when he said that to you, what did you think?
I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna try this shit. I packed up everything and I moved to Atlanta. I ain't went back since.
Damn. So that was like a life-changing decision.
Yeah.
Do you believe if you never left, you would have, even got to the position you at now?
Nah, I wouldn't be. I know I wouldn't be. It was too much distractions and too much. I would have been comfortable of what I was doing. Like, I would have been content. I probably wouldn't have been here talking to you right now, to be honest.
Yeah, because it looked like y'all had some shit going on there.
Man, yeah.
It also looked like he probably talked you out of like any type of like, yo, bro, listen, like you just got hurt. You know what I mean? Clearly, there's a lot of shit going through your mind. He probably is like, yo, listen, just focus on this shit right here instead of some other shit that could probably get you either locked up or, you know what I mean, worse.
Yeah. Cause I was even still trying to rap and do my cousin. He stayed in the country where we used to ride the 4-wheelers at. He built me a studio in his basement. And I wasn't even so focused. I probably recorded one song of it. He took his money and I'm like, I still want to record. Like, he helped me a lot too, but I had to move out that environment to see what the studios was like. And I'm like, damn, like Durk really like a studio person. Like, he and that motherfucker, I know you seen the interview. We leaving out that motherfucker in the morning time. Like, you'll be like, damn, birds chirping in the morning for real. Damn. Like, he worked hard for real.
Shit, so you moving to Atlanta changed a lot. So are we talking about like 2017, 2018 almost?
Yeah, in that like 2018, 2019.
Okay, 2018, 2019. Shit's going crazy at that point. There's a lot of moving parts. Obviously for Durk too, there's like an uptick in everything going on 2019, going to 2020. Vaughn is like just going crazy. Like everything he's talking about is like the topic of conversation for all the fans. It's like it's a breath of fresh air in how people like just consume content. Then in 2020, he passes away.
Yeah.
How did that hit you?
That shit fucked me up because I was just with him. It fucked me up. It fucked me up because I was just with him. It was like he had a show. It was his album release, you feel me? We at the album release, we having a ball. And it just already just, it was fun, but it felt like, kind of like his homecoming. It was weird, bro. Like,
where was this at?
This in Atlanta.
It's Atlanta.
This the night.
I think I seen that video.
Yep.
Like it's like his album release joint.
Yep. I was there. I went there when that happened to him though. I went to the crib when we left the album release. He wasn't finna go there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, shit. We following each other. I'm thinking he finna go to the hotel. You know. I'm like, my exit right here. I'm like, should I don't know what made me get off on the exit and go to the crib. My phone had died. No, it ain't even died yet.
This is the night of when he passed, right?
Yep.
Fuck.
I had like 2-3%. It's raining real hard. I got like 3%. Now my little brother in there knocked out. I can't even get in the crib. I'm getting my phone just ringing. They're like, what? We just got shot. I'm like, hell nah. I was just laughing. And shit, you know, they was like, he good. Woke up in the morning, you know.
What's the mentality of, especially when you come from either Chicago or the Chicago area, from Kankakee, right? Like, what's that feeling when you leave that area? Because you got shot there, and then you go to Atlanta. Are you feeling like, all right, yo, I feel a little bit safer out here. Like, yo, I feel like I could, you know what I mean? Because you probably got to take more precautions. You know more people, like, where you're from. But here, I would imagine that sometimes, you know, when you're out of town, I'm not saying you're going to be not cautious, but you don't feel like something crazy is about to happen to you, right?
And then especially the Vaughn, like, that shit don't feel like Vaughn supposed to be gone, bro. That shit weird. And you lay back sometimes, but you still move militant because of how you grew up, though. You can't never move loose. I don't give a fuck if you in Switzerland. It's just that mentality you already got in your head. You still gonna move militant.
I did an interview with Vaughn. It was probably, I don't know if it was the last interview, but it definitely like one of the last. I think it might have been the last. And it was a virtual interview over Zoom. I remember he's in the car.
I was in the car with him.
You were?
Yeah.
You were there back there with both stopped there. Yo, and I remember he was like looking around the whole time. Like, I remember trying to tell him, I'm like, yo, you're not in Chicago right now. Like, there is zero threat. Like, you, right, to everybody in another city, like maybe in Chicago, it's like, yo, I got a lot of enemies. I did shit to people, like shit could come back.
Yeah.
But you're in another place now, and mostly the people who are gonna look at you, you know, because like even when I'm out, like when somebody do a double take, sometimes you want to like, yo, this nigga want to do something, or is he a fan? For the most part, I'm thinking like you could let your guard down a bit. That's a fan. Vaughn was looking around like, and he was just he was like, yeah, you'll never know.
You never know.
That's why I was so shocked about how that happened. Have you rethought those events? Obviously, the video's out, and you know we've heard the narrative and everything that happened. Have you rethought the sequence of events that led to his death? It's freakish.
Yeah.
A bunch of people go this way because they think he's going here, but he goes there. Mm-hmm. A random event, he just hops out the car. Like, all of these things just seems like nothing that is really in pattern with what usually happens. Have you processed that shit and be like, I mean, I even talked to Chiraq, because his manager, and Chiraq is like, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, like that night was a night unlike any other. We've never moved like that. It felt like just something that he couldn't control in the moment.
I think just the Most High just got a plan for everybody. Like, I don't believe nothing happens for no reason. Just, you know. So I just take the good, bad with the ugly and just stay prayed up.
Are you ever scared about moments like that?
To be honest, nah. Because I know what come with this. But I move different because I don't want that to happen to me. Not being scared or nothing, like how you said in the club and shit. And you got up out of there because, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, as you gotta move, right? Unless you don't give no fuck about your life.
I have you ever, you know, I feel like, and this is just like a morbid question. I've asked so many people, especially when they're involved in certain type of either music or have been involved in certain type of lifestyle, have like, what's the value of life to you, and how much are you scared of potentially dying?
Like I said, like everybody gotta die. I don't really be thinking about that shit. Like I walk in faith, and I'm a big on praying and big on believing. Like just he got me covered and protecting me. So, and then like I got kids, so I try to live for them. I'm not gonna put myself in no place like I know it's finna be a shootout in this bitch, or I know everybody in this club got a gun in this motherfucker, or you know what I'm saying? It's like how I move. Like you not finna just go live around me. Like what Durk said in that song, don't go live around me. I mean, what? Just make a boomerang. Yeah. Like for real. Like, hey, put that phone. Nah, hell nah. Like the guys around us, we not doing no goofy ass shit like that. Like we ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. So it's just basically moving the right way. Just moving the right way and staying out of drama. Like,
there's been so much shit that happened since then. Ultimately, you know, some of even the people closest to Von, Muwap and a few others, they got hit with a federal charge. Then, you know, obviously, I think after Von's death, we seen D-Thing, who's Durk's brother, he got killed. It feels like so much shit going on. Like, you know, that was my number one question. I sat with Durk a couple months ago. That was the number one question I wanted to ask him, because I've covered Durk for over 10 years.
I remember
when I was doing the War Chiraq and everything, and I remember saying, "Yo, how does one man deal with loss so much? Like usually, like sometimes it could be one person you lose in your life, and that shit really fucks you up. And I just know this guy's been dealing with so much." And I've never seen him break down. I've never seen him crack. I've never seen him break. I've never seen him just like act how maybe people who don't like him or people who want to be like, oh, he not like that, who want him to act. And he had a very amazing answer, which I never thought he would. He said, listen, he puts all that down like on the mat. You know, he's into spirituality and religion a lot. He says he brings that to his higher power.
He gonna crown the rug.
Yeah. And I was like, wow. Because a lot of times we're used to seeing everything online. How do you handle these things? You know what I mean?
Like I said, praying. And I used to be honest, I used to mask it with like drugs, Xanax, syrup. I ain't too big with weed. I hit a blunt in there, but like, I used to drink so fucking much.
Really?
Bro, I was drinking them.
What were we talking about, liquor or were we talking about like lean?
I can't fuck with no liquor. I was drinking so much syrup a day, bro. Like I was drinking damn that $3,000 a day. I was drinking a pint of lean a day.
What the fuck?
For real.
How'd you shake that?
Bro, send me to rehab. The best rehab money can buy.
How receptive, because, you know, as we talk about addiction, that's a hard conversation to have. Mm-hmm. Like, at times, you know, even now, like, sometimes I cover artists, and I could tell, and sometimes I even talk to them behind the scenes, I could be like, man, I know your addiction is causing certain things, but it's hard to tell them that. Like, sometimes people in denial.
Yeah.
How is that with you?
I seen myself overdosing. I had came back from a show. I forgot what show it was. I don't remember what show it was. Durk brought me out. I made it back to the crib. I laid on the floor, right? You know how you carpet at the crib and shit. You lay on the carpet. I'm laying by my mama's feet. She at the crib. You feel me? So I feel myself going out, like passing out, like going unconscious. And I wasn't scared to go unconscious. I was scared for that shit to happen in front of my mama. So I don't know how I threw myself on my chest and I regained my conscience. And the next day, I'm laying in the bed. I'm high as hell still. I get higher than that. I'm like, damn. Durk texts me like, would you go to rehab if I paid for it? I'm like, yeah. So he like, find the best rehab in Malibu.
Did you think you had a problem at that point?
I knew I had a problem.
Really?
Yeah, I knew I had a problem. I knew.
How do you think he noticed it?
Shit, cuz that's my brother. Like, I'm nodding off on live, and you know, Zoo, my brother Zoo, he, bro, what the fuck wrong with you? Like, get off live. He calling my phone just so I can pause. And I knew I had a problem, and it was like, damn, how the fuck? He like, I'm like, damn, like I'm big on energy, so I feel like he felt my energy. He like, would you go to rehab if I sign you up? I'm like, yeah. He like, find the best one in Malibu. I sent him 3 he came out of like $110,000.
Really?
Cash. I had no insurance. I sent the one, it was one that was 10,000. It was probably a one that was like a couple thousand, and it was one like probably 110,000 luxury.
110, like the all the works.
All the works. I
Damn.
had 3 chefs, master bedroom. You feel me? So
Yeah, that's love, bro.
yeah, that's real love. So I went there. I'm thinking I'm like, shit, all right, I'm finna get high as hell before I go to this motherfucker. So I'm thinking it's gonna be a week or two. They talking about come in Wednesday. Oh, yeah. Why it's Sunday?
Yeah.
Man, I got high all the way till I walked in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I actually overdosed on the first day in there.
How?
It's normal for people to try to get over high before they go there. Like, this is my last time getting high. I'm finna get fucked up. I drank a pint, popped 5 Xans like a dumbass. You know what I'm saying? And my breathing was labored while I was asleep. So I woke up and shit. Before I went into the overdose, I guess I got out of it. And you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it was crazy. That was like one of the worst and best times of my life, because that detox is a motherfucker.
Describe it. Like, so you get pretty much high going into it, then you almost overdose like pretty much as soon as you get there. Mm-hmm. How is that process of kind of weaning off of like all these drugs you've been dependent on?
Oh, I'm talking about like you feel like you finna die. I'm gonna tell you, alcohol and Xanax is the 2 drugs you can die of detoxing.
Really?
If you go cold turkey, you can't die from opioids or any other drugs, like whatever other people choice to do. But alcohol and benzos like Xanax, Klonopin, whatever like that, you can die off of that. So, bro, I used to be off a lot of Xanax. You ain't never heard it on that song, All Love, when he said off of, and when we shoot, what he said, song, he said, we ain't no goofies, and I told Doodie them pills be having me nervous.
Yeah.
I was really like, yeah, like, but I felt like I was finna die detoxing. Then, you know the worst part, like when I got over, like I had like a 12-day detox. It's a 30-day program though. I was one of the longest persons that was on detox, so it was like, shit, my brain started coming back, and the worst part of it was waking up in the morning, because everything I was trying to numb and hide from and get away from, they said that like your brain like an iPhone. So all the memories when I'm waking back up, it was flashing back. All the shit that I was trying to numb myself for years. I was doing this shit 12 years straight.
Wow.
So all that shit was coming back like, I was scared to wake up. But it was like the top 5 doctors in the world, therapists. Like, you got therapy. I wasn't doing none of that shit at first.
How long did you stay there?
I stayed there for the 30 days, the 28 days. It was really 28 days, yeah.
Coming out of that situation though, Temptation's a motherfucker, especially in music. I think music is one of the worst professions where, like, if you go in a studio, people are smoking, popping pills, drinking, there's lean everywhere.
Yeah.
Temptation's everywhere. I mean, shit, you walked in here and the first thing we offered you was a drink. And you said no.
Yeah.
How do you resist that temptation?
I take everything a day at a time because it's still hard. I was having dreams about WAC. I thought I was having a dream about WAC. I'm trying to drown myself in that shit. I'm like, shit, like for real, that shit is real. Like, I don't nobody picking up no cup. Like, all the rappers, like, that shit not even cool no more. Sometimes
I've heard, and obviously it looked like you were doing it for more trauma that you were trying to suppress. I know some people do it for like creativity, right? Was that ever you? Like, you're like, yo, shit, like my brain think a little bit different off it, and like shit, I'll be like snapping off that shit. So
yeah, not even for creative. I was always high, so I guess that came with the creativity. Damn. So now recording, it do feel different. Don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna say a lot to you like, it do feel different. Like, damn. So I might hit a blunt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I might hit a blunt and be like, all right, back. But I feel like it do kind of help creativity.
Yo, it's crazy. You see, you were high for fucking 12 years. God damn it. Yo, listen, man. Yo, I give you the utmost credit in acknowledging you got the problem, and of course, like, even trying to seek help, man. Mm-hmm. I think even you sharing that story, there's a lot of dudes who, like, I'm actually surprised you were mad receptive when Durk called you and said that. Yeah. A lot of people get defensive. A lot of people be like, sometimes the nigga who's telling you, not saying this was Durk, but sometimes the person who realized that maybe you got an issue, shit, maybe they've done it with you before. Like, nigga, what you mean I got a problem? Nigga, we've done this shit together. What the fuck is you talking about?
That's how I was thinking when I finally got up in that bitch. I was like, why the fuck? Why I say yeah so quick? But
no, I get it, man. But okay, so obviously, and by the way, when did you get out?
I think I went in June 15th. I was watching y'all interview from up in that motherfucker.
Really?
Of my life.
What are you allowed to do in rehab? Because, like, clearly you can't smuggle no shit in there, right?
I'm gonna be honest, right? I'm gonna tell you a story.
Yeah.
Damn. My first day, see, they ain't never had nobody that was off lean. That's how I really overdosed. I still had a 4 in my,
Yeah.
So I was drunk a pint, popped all them Xanax, and drunk that shit in my room. The first day. Oh my mama.
God damn.
This motherfucker Durk gonna call me, right? So I don't know how the fuck he found out, like, but he thought it was like when I was at the end of it. He like, bro, like, what the? I had the nurse like call him, like, I had to drop and just to show him, like, bro, I ain't trying to waste your money, bro. I wouldn't do that.
You gotta have appreciation for Durk.
I love him for that. It was days when I got out, I'm like, I just want to give him 100K so I could drink a cup again. But
hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that's one of the dopest things I've heard. Like, your homie really put up 100K just to get you clean.
Yeah.
Not to continue the habit, or some people gonna be like, all right, shit, at least I know this nigga down to crash out for me off off these pills and this lean. Shit, I'm gonna just embolden him. Like, he wanted you to get healthy. That's kind of fire, man.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that some people might know or have heard about you from was a really unfortunate, a nasty rumor. Nasty rumor came across the social media, the blogs. This was probably before the rehab, I believe.
Yeah,
right?
hell yeah.
Definitely before the rehab. And it was a rumor that the woman you were with at the time, and I don't know if you want to.
Not my girlfriend, bro.
well, it felt well to us.
Can you tell me why that it looked like that? I don't think you're comfortable in this bitch.
All right, I'm gonna tell you. And I think her name is like FTN Bay or FNT Bay, like FN.
I think she got like 2 names or some shit.
Okay, well, she felt like your girlfriend because she was saying that you had access to her child, and usually what that means is that y'all locked in. if she would trust you around her child. And the way she told the story, she made it seem like, hey, listen, I trusted this guy around my child. He broke this trust and he violated my child. And that news or that even allegation was shocking. Like, you know what I mean? Of course, we know, obviously, like this new woke age of believe women, everybody believe women. But even if you're skeptical, the allegations sometimes could sound so crazy. You're like, whoa, you got to take it serious. And you almost got to be like, yo, we got to back up off this guy. And I saw a lot of people back up off you. Mm-hmm. Whether they really believed it or not, because the allegations were so crazy. Until later on, we start realizing this allegation didn't really have all the merit it did. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be very honest, and I hold myself accountable too. When I first heard it, I was like, "Oh man, this nigga did it." It just sounded so crazy. This is before you said anything.
Okay, can I ask you a question though?
No,
I'm gonna let you talk.
Go ahead.
You want me to say? All right, so look. Okay, I understand probably why people believed it because it's a woman and a kid, right? But if a person listened to what she said that I took 3 screws, I welded them together. She said I put it in her son, and he took it out himself. He hid the screws in the backyard, and then she found out 2 months later. So you tell me, how did you believe that? Or you was just believing the stuff off the headlines?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why I believed it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the storyline of that don't sound that believable. But I'm gonna tell you why you believe it, and this is how really social media is.
Yeah.
If I tell a lie about you, but it's descriptive enough, people believe it.
That's fucked up.
That just happened. If I said, yo, listen, I ain't gonna lie, man. That nigga did rob the bank. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, he actually got a little scar right here. He got that when he was trying to like bust the shit open, and then he got cut by the barbed wire, and then he went over there, he hopped over the shit, but he fell on his face. That's what, like, if I'm that descriptive, people gonna be like, ain't no way you can make up all these things. So when she spoke and she gave the details, I think a lot of people said, nigga, she ain't Steven Spielberg. Like, ain't no way she could make this up. And then she did something which I think it was definitely meant to tug at people's heartstrings. She said, oh, the kid is gonna corroborate this. Once that was said, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm surprised we're here because I said this nigga can't beat this allegation. I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
What was your relationship? And by the way, I know it had to be tough. I remember going to your page and seeing what I saw initially was frustration. Frustration because you were realizing a lot of people were believing it. Yeah. And you felt kind of hopeless in trying to explain yourself.
That's how I felt.
Eventually you did, but I'm wondering, explain that whole situation. What was your relationship with this woman, and why did this rumor even come to be?
Okay, I met her on Instagram and shit, right? So I link up with her night. I was single, you feel me?
You hit her with a DM?
Hit her in the DM. We talk. I fly to Miami. We link up back first time. Airbnb. We ain't do nothing. Took her to the studio with me. The second time, I think I went out there again. Then we started being cool or whatnot. So one day she posted my hand, you feel me? So I wasn't really used to all the blogs for negativity, you feel me? When a motherfucker, it's always was probably, all right, he dropping some or, ooh, Lil Joe's bald head, nigga, you feel me? So she took a picture of my hand. Yeah. Then all these little blog sites started posting me and shit like, oh yeah, Doodie and her name, whatever the fuck her name
Got together.
is. Yeah, that we together. So now motherfuckers sending me shit, you feel me? They sending me shit like little crazy shit she done did. Little shit y'all can see on the internet or whatnot.
Yeah, I did a little Googles. I seen her with Hot Boy. By the way, listen, I've had my fair share of crazy chicks. I seen a few red flags.
I seen you on the internet.
Nah, I seen a few red flags. Listen, I'm not a red flag expert.
Yeah.
I said, oh shit, she fucked up the crib here. She's chasing this nigga in the mall here. This is the woman who, when she has relationship problem, this is what I realize now in post. She brings it to the internet really quickly. But how did you go from, all right, so you linked her a couple times. She posted your hand. People are now assuming y'all together.
They sending me out OnlyFans and all that shit, right? So
they're sending. So you didn't know about her OnlyFans?
I ain't know. Yeah, but I ain't know she was doing all that. You feel me? And I can care less because this ain't my girl. So I can admit, like, I probably led her on a little bit too much to believe that she was with me or something. So one day, right, I flew out there because we was finna go on tour. So she had a show in Orlando. It's me, her roommate, her son, and I think like a little girl she be watching.
How old is her son, by the way?
I don't know how old he is. He probably like 6, 7. I don't know.
Okay, 6 and 7. Okay, cool.
All right, so I had a flight. She was going, she left. So I went to the airport. I missed my flight. So I came back to her crib, right? I'm chill for a little bit. So I had to book another flight because I had to get the fuck on. Make a long story short, I slid on to the studio, kick it with my homie. Shout out Leo Rasta. I kick it with him for a little bit at the studio. Then I go to the airport. So I say probably a couple of days later, she called me like, yeah, my son been using it on himself a lot.
What do you mean using?
Like shitting on himself.
Okay. So he been like defecating on himself. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah. I'm like, shit. I'm like, what you think wrong with him? Like, who you be having him around or something? Just go see if something wrong with him, cause when something happened to somebody in my family before, and them was the signs of something happening to him, like something bad, like.
So you kind of even put this in her ear, like you're looking out for her.
Yeah, I'm looking out for it.
Oh man.
So she like, oh, and not. So she started being crazy. I ain't talked to her for a minute. So when I went to Miami while we was on tour, I called her like, I'm in town. So, but I ain't talked to. Remind you, I ain't talked to her in probably like 2 weeks, probably to a month. Now I'm in Miami. We got a show in Miami. So I hit her up. I'm like, where you at? I'm finna slide on you. She gonna say, what she say? She said, was you in my toolbox? I said, what the fuck is you talking about? I said, I'm finna come see you. Where you at? That's why, I'm like, huh? So, like, did you go in my toolbox?
So you trying to see her and she randomly asked you, yo, was you in my toolbox?
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? Anybody know me, bro? I don't know nothing
Do you
about.
think you a handyman or something?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Anybody who know me, I don't know how to do nothing handyman. I pay motherfucker damn near take out the garbage for me. You feel me? I don't know how to do none of that shit. I know how to cook, all that type of shit, but I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? I'm finna slide come see. She said, you touched my son. Woo, my heart dropped to my motherfucking. I said, bitch, stop.
She just comes out with the accusation.
Yeah, she said, stop. I said, stop playing with me. So whole time she doing a controlled call with the police. You feel me?
Oh.
But this what I think in my head, like, she probably like, fuck this nigga. You feel me? Like, he ain't gonna never fuck with me no more. So I'ma who out the bam. So she wasn't expecting me to call her again, probably. This just what I'm thinking, you feel me? So I'm like, stop playing with me. Now I can't even sleep, think, eat, none of this, because I'm like, this. I hope she just playing like.
So you was about to go see her. She does that. You think it's a control call, like the cops is on there just being
I ended up finding out later on it was a control call.
Okay, all right, cool. But, so what happens after that?
Okay, so boom.
Because usually the police are hoping that you admit some shit. Be like, oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Nah, boo, 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 boo. And they be like, I bet, got this nigga. We running down.
Exactly. So, boom. Now we got a little show. We did a tour. We did a tour date. I think this the Back Outside tour when we did with Lil Baby.
So you didn't link up with Shorty then?
No, hell no.
You like you fucked up off like what the fuck this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had an after party up in Miami, so I go to the after party. I can't even think. You feel me?
Have you told the people around you, or you keeping it close?
Yeah, no, hell yeah.
Oh, so you telling your homies like, yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie, this bitch
tweaking.
Okay.
I'm. Everybody can see like I'm frustrated. I'm not even here.
Confused.
I'm
right?
confused. So I'm like, shit, I need to call a lawyer to see if she on some bullshit for real. So I meet the attorney. Shout out Ariel Mitchell. I meet her at the after party. You feel me?
The attorney pulls up to the after party.
She was there already.
Oh, that's lit.
So she like, we gonna talk about that in the morning.
Who suggests that you get an attorney? Because sometimes, like, I could imagine your mind is so frazzled, but I could imagine if you're telling people around you, they'd be like, yo, bro, this is shit serious, dog. Like, listen,
everybody,
especially if you're innocent, you gotta get an attorney.
Look, everybody was like downplaying it for real, like, man,
like, fuck that, man. She does.
Let her. She mad. You late. Ooh. So this,
but it do hit different when you nah, I ain't trying to hit, but it hit different when you talking to somebody and they just make up a random lie and going with it type shit.
Hell yeah.
Which that's the control call. Like, yeah, you know you touched my son. You're like, what are you talking about?
I'm lost. So boom, I meet Ariel at the after party or whatnot. So the next day, I'm calling her again. I call her like, man, stop playing. Like, is you serious? She hit, you know what you did, you touched. I said, I don't
She turning up.
Bro, she know how much I love my kids. You feel me? So I'm like, man, I call her again. I'm like, is you serious? Like, stop playing with me. I don't even know the police involved at this moment though.
Yeah.
So, make a long story short, now, she see me going up now. A week go past or 2 weeks, right? It ain't hit the internet yet.
We need every detail. So when you say that to her, she doubling down like, yeah, nigga, you blah, 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 blah. So she's still with that type of shit. But you was just calling like, what you talking about?
Yeah,
right? Okay.
For sure. So I'm like, is you serious? Like, why? Don't play with me like that. I don't play like that. People get hurt like that. One thing, let me clear this up. One thing, like a street motherfucker or a motherfucker that came from the trenches don't play about women and kids. So I'm really like, man, stop playing with me. You feel me? So now I'm chilling. My birthday go past. My birthday, October 20th.
You so fucked up though, because remember that's the same.
I can't even think on my birthday, like, so I jump fresh, woo. I call her again, I'm like, you think you finna be all on the internet, you did this and you did that. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy.
So you keep calling her hoping that she's like, yo, I was just mad type shit, like blah, blah, like, yo, you ain't shit, but
yeah,
I ain't really mean that type shit.
Exactly.
She's still on it.
She's still on that.
Oh, shit.
So my birthday, October 22nd. Now, I think October 26th or 27th, 28th, she put the shit on the internet.
Oh, my God.
I woke up. My little brother, like, because everybody, like, in my circle know this bitch playing with me. But it ain't even hit the internet
public
yet.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, what the fuck? I call Smirk. I promised the guy my brother flew over there. He flew over there.
Who, Smirk?
Yeah.
What was he at before?
He was at the crib.
Yeah.
So
he flew over to where you at?
Yeah, I'm calling Zoo. I'm calling everybody. I'm like, man, I'm really like, damn, this bitch trying to ruin me. You feel me? So I'm chilling with him.
Let me ask you a question. And I don't know if you're gonna keep it 100. Mm-hmm. I know you're a gangster. But this, you see, that's an accusation that could really take away your livelihood. Mm-hmm. As a man, you gotta take that serious.
Bro, I want to kill myself, bro.
That's what I was saying. Like, nigga, when you see this shit, you see like your whole livelihood, nigga. You shed a tear, you cry. Like nigga, that's like a helpless thing because ain't nothing you could do. Like somebody saying something and nobody want to hear what you got to say because they're assuming you're guilty.
So boom, he get there. He like, man, that shit on the small blogs. Fuck her blood. Shade Room posted.
Ooh, I think I eventually posted.
I never even seen you posted it. No,
I posted it when you responded to it. So I had to post her shit and then your shit.
Yeah, so boom, Shade Room posted it. I swear to God, I cried on his Cry.
That's real nigga shit, of course.
I'm like,
Then you worked all your life for this shit, of course.
Yeah, I'm like, this shit over with. I'm like, so I couldn't understand it, you feel me? But I'm thinking like, all right, people gonna see this. This a stupid ass story, you feel me? They not finna believe this shit, you feel me?
Yeah.
So Shade Room posted it. She responded.
Is this when she posted also
her son
saying it?
That's what drew people in it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's what drew.
I remember reading them comments and some people be like, "Well, I'm gonna be honest. Like sometimes you know, kids will say anything, and then some people will be like, yo, you know, the kid gonna say whatever the mom want to say, and then some people be like, nah. If the kids say it, it happened.
Yeah. So
there's a lot of women on there, and like they probably have their own stories. Some of them are real victims.
Exactly. So all the real victims in my DM. I'm talking about I got 1 million death threats. Damn. 1 million death threats. Hey, you fucking chomo. I'm Googling what is chomo.
What is it?
It's a short meaning from child molester.
I didn't mean to laugh. This is crazy.
This shit real though. Like,
I know it's probably the toughest part of your life. I could imagine, bro.
Bro, when I tell you, like,
be honest. You rather a nigga accuse you or anybody accuse you of killing or robbing 10 niggas or 10 people than that.
What? I don't wish this on my worst enemy. I still to this day, bro, I ain't slept since, like, I go to sleep every day probably 7, 8 in the morning. I'll still be looking at the old videos every night. This real shit is, I'm giving you the raw uncut. Like, I talked about this shit on other, like when it was happening because like I had a PR shit like, yeah,
and you gotta kind of defend yourself.
Yeah, but I wasn't even in my right mind. I'm hot on no jumper and shit like that. Like I did Jason Lee, but I want to give a big shout out to Tasha, like, cause she got to the bottom of it.
Yeah,
she got to the bottom of it. Like, she was the only person on the internet that believed me.
Wow. So this shit is happening. You're getting so many people hitting you up.
I'm seeing celebrities comment on this shit, like A-list celebrities. Women that my mama clean up to. I ain't gonna say their name, but I'm looking like, damn. I'm DMing them, fuck you, bitch. I hope you die.
Yeah, you mad at this point, too.
Hell, y'all mad at the world. And my page was shadow banned, and they took my live, so now I can't even speak out. Now everybody think I deleted my page. Now my Zoo speaking up for me. He got his page took. Lil Vernie, shout out Lil Vernie. He got his page took. You feel me? Like, then now I can't even go on the rest of the tour because not because of a motherfucker believing it. It's because they want to keep me to where somebody don't say nothing crazy and I react a type of way, or we got to react a type of way for even playing with me. But you know the craziest thing, though? People was playing with me on the internet, but in real life, when I seen people during that moment, or the heat of the moment, we don't believe that shit. They knew the shit was capped. So that's what I'm saying. It was a public opinion thing. It was the internet. Now, back to the story. She tried to put a restraining order on me, right? I put a restraining order on her. But now, look, and to clear this shit.
What was the reason? Is it because she was making these allegations? She's pretty much harassing you and
harassing.
Okay.
So
why was she trying to put a restraining order on you?
I don't know. So, damn, what the fuck? All right, where was I at? Oh yeah, she was trolling off of us going to court for the injunctions.
Yeah.
She was trying to make it look like I never was charged with this.
Oh, that's a fact. She was making it seem like you were going to court like you about to go to jail.
Exactly.
But
she know how to troll. Now I don't got my page or live.
Also niggas don't really, when niggas see somebody in court, they be like, oh, this nigga better go to jail.
Exactly.
Y'all were going to court over pretty much
restraining
order. The court, the judge saying, yo, you got to stop posting about this. You can blah, blah, blah. Hey, if you do this again, this going to be, okay. So this got nothing to do with really any legal charges.
Thank you.
Okay. However, you did say you found out later it was a controlled call, so the police must have looked into it.
They have to look into shit like that.
Yes.
That's like if you say I robbed you, they gonna investigate it. So they was investigating. They closed it. I got it in my archive. I'll show you when this interview over. Her son said, my mama made me do this. My mama leave me at home. My mama let me stay home and make macaroni cheese on the stove. Just saying all type of shit.
I seen. So this is like one of those very few rare moments, and I think you're lucky. And I don't know if you believe in God or you believe in a higher power.
I believe in
but this is one of those situations. Usually, when you're accused of this shit, it's almost impossible to prove that you're innocent. It's one of those things where you can be like, yeah, I'm not locked up, but you know, people gonna be like, yeah, you the nigga they ain't catch yet. You know what I mean? So you can't really prove it. But you one of those rare cases where proof came out that it was actually fabricated. How did that thing came out about the son? Because the son came out was like, yeah, like I ain't gonna lie, mama, blah, blah. How did that come about?
The decline letter from the state's attorney.
Oh.
My lawyer, I'm calling her 3 in the morning. Hey, look, we need something to put out to this shit.
You're panicking, aren't you?
What? That's what made me even start drinking lean more. So now, boom, the decline letter come out. People still weren't really biting off of that shit like that. So she went up there. She told my family, not me. She said, if he do a lie detector test, I'm gonna give him a public apology.
Who said that?
She told my family, my brother or my sister, right?
So wait, hold on. So was she really believing this? I thought she was more mad at you. Was she really believing this shit?
I think, bro, nah, she made that shit up, bro. So she was just doing that because she got to cover her tracks. If you go back and watch the story, she never said that she said it. She said, my son said this. I'm going off what my son said. She never came out of her mouth. She thought she was playing smart. So I did the lie detector test. First, I went to the one in Chicago because I wasn't going to her lie detector test people first because I didn't know if it was a setup or not.
Yeah.
So boom.
Okay, so she wanted you to come to hers. So you said, before I go to hers, let me go to a neutral one because that shit might be a setup.
The one that do Mari. That's what I went to.
Wow. Okay. So you go to that one.
In Chicago.
And at least you have that result that if you go to her shit and they try to finesse you, you'd be like, motherfucker, this is a play. I already did one.
Exactly.
So you did the first one. What did it say? Cap, right?
Cap.
Okay. You do her shit. What does it say?
Cap.
Oh, her shit actually came back and said cap?
Yes.
Did she apologize?
She apologized, right? So she thought I was gonna get back with her.
Are you talking to her on the phone, text, anything?
We was on the phone. Now, on the phone, her son's telling her like, he ain't do it. So I don't know, like she got him coached or whatever, you feel me? So make a long story short, she do the apology, right? It hit the shade room.
So she has to do a public apology.
She did the public apology.
Okay.
So she thought I was gonna get back with her.
You were capping like you were though. You're gassing it. I know niggas like, you're telling them like, yo, listen, baby, we can still make this shit work. We can still make this shit work, baby. You apologize. She
said I threatened her. See this bitch?
No harm, no foul. You said, you sold her on that. Nah, baby, we can still get back together. Man. But you knew you had to get her to say the truth.
I ain't get her to say nothing.
Hold on. Be honest, she would have never said the truth if she didn't feel like there was a future with y'all.
I don't know what she feel.
No, you know.
I don't know what she feel. She did her public apology. I told her I'm going to see her in court, and that bitch retracted that shit a couple hours after that and said I forced her to do it. I forced you to do it over the phone.
So she retracted it, then came back and said you forced her to do it.
Yep. it still get crazier though.
Break it down.
It get crazy. So boom. Now months go past now. She changed her name on Instagram.
By the way, she's starting to get roasted now.
What? Right? Now they on her.
Because now people is like, yo, you know what I mean? First of all, that's the era where people like, yo, we gotta get these guilty black men out of here.
Exactly.
They about to get you out of here, and right when they about to like set you, or like you on the cross, they about to set you on fire, they be like, oh, it's not true. Like, cut them down.
That's
now
like
they mad at her.
Executing the wrong person.
Then she probably not used to be in the hot seat. Mm-hmm. They're coming at her, just getting at her. What? So now she's like, nah, I really didn't lie.
So boom. Now months come. So during our lawsuit, right? I'm really trying to give her out while we in mediation to settle out. You feel me? Cause with me, I lost money, I lost endorsements, I lost sleep.
Explain this lawsuit again. So who sued who?
I sued her.
Well, I thought it was a countersuit. She sued you at first.
No, what you gonna sue me for? You defamed me.
Okay. So you sued her for defamation.
Defamation, slander.
Yes.
Loss of business, a lot of shit. You feel me? I lost a lot of money, bro.
Now you, nigga, come on, like that type of shit, like that's innumerable. Like, of course you lost a lot of money.
Now come to find out, she blamed 8 other more people.
What you mean she blamed other people?
She blamed 8 other more people.
How?
You tell me. I got on my phone. He got my phone, man. I'll show you this shit, man.
Wait. Okay, wait. So you sue her, like, hey, listen, you said these things about me. Mm-hmm. You've then retracted it, but fuck the retraction. The allegations are strong enough to hurt me and I've lost a lot of business. You've defamed me. I deserve some compensation. Mm-hmm. She responds in court by saying, well, I'm going to blame these other motherfuckers.
No. That ain't how it happened. So, you know, my lawyer doing her work, her homework. So we come to find out she blamed my engineer in Miami where I used to record at, which was her son football coach. She said that the football coach basically did something to him on the football field.
Really?
She blamed her baby daddy, mama, boyfriend.
Oh, she's trying to blame everybody to say somebody did something. I just didn't know who it was. Like, yeah, I might have been wrong, but somebody did do something to my son.
This the shit people don't know. Medical records. He'd never been touched in his life. Why is you putting this on this little boy name? But I feel something really mentally wrong with her.
Do you think she maybe have bought into like sometimes you have these internet like doctors and shit like that, and even you were like, hey, maybe you should check him out. Like maybe she was listening to other people to be like, oh no, he must have been touched, because if she didn't go through the proper, like, you know, either psychiatric, whatever, like, you know, evaluations or even health evaluations to make sure, like, hey, listen.
She did.
So why did she come up with the conclusion that she felt like either you or anybody else touched her?
You gotta think. She came out with this lie. Now she gotta keep up with it.
Oh, she came out with it too quick.
She gotta keep up with this lie. Now, eventually, she got locked up, which was kind of crazy. She got locked up twice. That's like a plot twist. Like, niggas been waiting for you to get locked up, and then she get locked up. How does that happen? Harassment for the injunction that we was just talking about. She was harassing me and my family. Now my kids fighting at school. She harassing me. She giving people my address. What is your other, like, you know, your other baby mom saying about it? Because they're affected too, right? Because you have kids with them. Hell yeah. Like, and they know the shit was capped. They like, especially the one I'm with now, like, even my other ones, like, they like, what the fuck? What you do to her? Like, you feel me? Yeah. Like,
you sold her a dream, man. That's what happened, man.
I ain't sell her.
You sold her a fucking dream.
And then she get locked up for perjury, for lying on. The charge came from my engineer. She said she ain't know him, and all the other charges, she got locked up for perjury.
Okay, so you said she got locked up twice. The first one was what?
For violating the injunction.
Okay, so she kept either slandering you or harassing you.
Yes, she kept posting cyberbullying.
Wow.
You a cyberbully.
No. Listen, I'm not cyber. If I got a notice, stop telling my motherfucker. I was probably stop. I'm not trying to go to jail. I would not want to go to jail.
I ain't even know this shit was real charges into this shit.
Of course. I mean, if you both like are in that court of restraining orders, that shit is very serious. Like once you file a restraining order against a motherfucker, like, yeah, shit, I've done it. I've done it against a chick. Like, chick was trying to expose me. I ain't gonna lie to you. As a guy, like you kind of like you. I ain't gonna lie. I felt pussy doing it because I'm like, I feel like I'm calling the cops on a woman. But when a woman is when you're popular and she could
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That like
she could use information against you.
You gotta separate the street shit from that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because if I would have not like kept it, well, she was trying to bury me. So if I would have, it was either do something to her or do it the legal way. You feel me?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I get it.
She went to jail for that, and then she went to jail for perjury.
The perjury charge, I think I seen the video of that.
You posted that.
Yeah, I did post it.
Now I think that.
No, I never posted it. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. That told me a lot. Perjury happens a lot. It's about when the DA when the DA wants to prosecute it or when they want to put charges for it. That means you're a fucking liar. It's like you're frustrating them that you're wasting their time. They got to make an example out of you. So she's wasted countless amount of time.
Yeah.
In the police doing control calls, investigating this, that, and third. Then she's using them to go online to slander you without anything being done. You ain't never get no charges, right?
Then you making it seem like the police ain't doing their job.
Exactly. So now they're now feeling a way to be like they're pawns in your game because really it's not like you went to them and shut the fuck up and let them do their job. You running your mouth a lot.
Yeah.
Then this shit ain't going your way. They're finding out like, this ain't really what it is. Then you're also blaming other people. They now that's how they get you to stop the bullshit.
Exactly.
She did come out later and she was trying to say, oh no. And by the way, I ain't gonna lie. I think she hit me up or her friend hit me up. They're like, yo, I know you posted this, but like, it's not really what it is. They were telling me that, they said, you're trying to make it seem like they've arrested her for lying on you, but they didn't lie on you. Well, obviously, it looked like the situation pretty much once she got arrested. I only knew it one time, but you said twice. And obviously, you've never gotten charged, right?
Never.
How did you find out about a control call? Because that's...
She said it on live, I think. That's how I found out.
Oh.
Yeah, she said it. She said it. She ain't.
Have you ever gotten an interview by the cops?
Never.
Really?
Never.
Have they contacted your attorneys?
My attorney was...
Okay, dealing with them.
It wasn't never nothing. They already knew this girl lying. Then she tried to switch it up, talking about, oh, it wasn't the screws. It could have been yo. I'm like, this girl.
Why did she come up with screws? Like, the screw shit sounded so...
She said that's what her son told her. And you know what I was thinking in my head? Like, you know how many people after that hit me up and like, I'm locked up for something I didn't do back in the 90s and back in the 80s, and they probably really is locked up for some shit that they really didn't do.
But they probably weren't lucky as you to have, enough evidence or enough, eyes on the matter to make it known that this person ain't telling the truth.
Exactly. She came to court with a Bible.
She came to court what?
She came to court with a Bible.
With a Bible?
I'm like, bro, and then as much as I just wanna, you know.
Yeah, you gotta be angry about that.
It's like, I'm angry, but it's like, something in me like.
You also gotta let go about that.
You gotta let go.
She's a woman. And like, if it was a nigga ruin your life like that, like a lot of people be like, man, we can understand if you really get that nigga knocked off type shit. But it's a woman, so like, unfortunately in this world, a woman can say the craziest thing about you.
But one thing about it, I feel like I got justice, man. You tried to get me to go to jail for a lie. You've been to jail twice.
I'm gonna be honest with you. So when I did an interview with Smirk, obviously everything cleared up already. And when I did mention you, we talked behind the scenes, he was very jovial. He was like, yeah, I'm glad my man's got some justice. Mm-hmm. How was your team and everybody else once they realized like, yo, you weren't lying? Because sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes like, yo, niggas would be like, nah, yeah, I hope you ain't do it. But then they see it later, be like, oh shit, he really ain't do it.
It wasn't never.
Ain't nobody kind of looking and be like, man.
Hell nah, man. They know me. These my brothers. Like, they know I love my kids. I love their kids. I love, you know what I'm saying? Like, they know what type of father and what type of man I am. So if somebody did feel away, I never felt it. Like, my niggas know me. You feel me? My niggas stood up for me. Yeah, like I told you, Zoo and Love only got their pages took. The whole internet was telling them to Durk drop me. That's what I did. You was like, this motherfucker finna get dropped.
Yeah.
Bro, stuck beside me. Made sure, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a public opinion, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's one of the toughest shit I've seen a nigga beat recent. Like,
I think I'll make a movie about that shit. That was like some Fatal Attraction type shit.
Well, number one, first of all, like, I'm not saying you should like dedicate a whole album to, but like, I definitely think in your story that plays such a significant value because I'm gonna be honest with you. Anytime we hear a story like that, it usually goes one way. It usually, oh, this person did this and this person's guilty, and you know what I mean? We never hear the story of, nah, this person actually was lied on. This person was actually framed. This person was set up. Mm-hmm. It's because of jealousy. It's because of hatred. We never really hear that.
Yeah.
How do you like really pick up the pieces after that? Because obviously you have to continue to have relationships with women or even your other baby mamas. Mm-hmm. And now you got to trust people still.
Yeah, I'm in a relationship now because I can't trust. I was with my girl for like 5 years. We separated for 3 years. I went back to her because I don't
you said, fuck the streets. Like, I can't run into one of these random bitches that lying on me again.
Man, I can't do it. Like that, bro. I still to this day, like, that shit fuck me up. I'm gonna go to therapy. I still like, that shit still fuck my head up. But cause I feel like a motherfucker ain't really drag her how they did me, bro.
Nah, hell no.
Like,
hell no. Hell no. It's never gonna be that. It's never gonna be that. Like, I'm telling you, I remember when I first saw it and I said, damn, this nigga is done.
That was your exact words.
I said, this nigga is done. It just didn't feel like something you could come back from. It's just no way you could explain.
And in that moment, it definitely ain't feel like nothing I'll come back. Even though you know you ain't did this shit.
I'm gonna be honest, and I said it to Durk too. I said, man, y'all niggas ain't. I thought they were just like, yo, bruh, it's one of those things that be like, yo, you call Durk, he don't answer, you gonna have to talk to not his right hand man, but you gotta call, like, he gotta just separate himself from you till you just get the fuck out of the fold. I'm really surprised that, nigga, where it turned to and that he's still rocking with you.
Can and I ask you something? I didn't mean to cut you out, right? Say that happened to you, right? Mm-hmm. And you know you ain't do it.
Yeah.
And your staff, they know what type of guy you is, right?
Yeah.
Would you expect them to cut you out just because of what the internet's saying?
Okay, I'm gonna give you two perspectives. Me, as the boss, no. Me as the person who I'm connected to a person with a bigger brand, I feel like he might ice me out. Because it'd be like, yo, bro, right now, my shit is going up. I can't even really be associated with a nigga like you, even though you my mans. I don't think you did it. But right now, if I fuck with you at all, it's gonna hurt me.
Bro was still sharing my videos.
I know.
He was still, because like, I don't know, we got a brotherhood. Like we ain't no internet ass niggas, you feel me? So like, it's like, I don't know. That's what people expected, probably.
You must have seen, obviously, not like, the people around with this Varney Zoo or even like Durk, like those people obviously didn't like, oh shit, but you must have seen certain people that be like, a little bit, like maybe not within the crew, not within the crew, but like other industry niggas you might met.
Yep.
And then like you probably hit them.
Certain niggas wasn't liking my pictures no more. Certain niggas wasn't really showing a nigga love no more. And
that should hurt your feelings, be honest.
Hell yeah, that shit hurt it.
That shit hurt my feelings too.
I'm gonna keep it 100, yeah. But now it's like, I know how to. I feel like that man up there, he don't put you through nothing for no reason. I feel like that happened for a reason. Like everything happened for a reason. I don't feel like nothing is like coincidence. Like,
what have you learned from that situation? I'm gonna preface that by saying, I've seen a lot of situations and shit. I've been in situations where I feel like sometimes the person you pick to either deal with, whether sexually or even the relationship, they then cause you more problems than you even bargained for. Do you, obviously you ain't do what they accuse you of doing, but you even being in the position where a motherfucker could even say that, do you reflect on even your part in your choices in the person you was dealing with, or you're like, nah, people just fucked up?
People just fucked up. And there's some shit I never even put out to the world. I got a son that I wasn't even taking care of, bro. So I feel like it opened up my eyes. I wasn't claiming them or nothing.
Yeah.
So I feel like God put me through that to make me get in my son life. You feel me? He just turned 10 yesterday. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it made me be a better father and get in my son life. I felt that's the reason why he put me through that.
Damn, man.
I ain't never, this real shit. Like, I ain't never even told nobody that.
Like, I know a lot of people who, to them, entertainment and like rapping and this hip hop life is like entertainment. But what you went through is like some real serious life altering shit, and you made it up on the other side of it. What are those conversations you have with everybody? Like, even if they either doubted you or even if, they stood by you, like, what do you tell them later? Like,
I just tell them shit. Watch who you fucking on.
Really?
Hell yeah. These girls, like, these days, like, they growing up into social media. Everybody want to be like, everybody want to be in that spotlight until you get that spotlight. So I tell them, be careful what you wish for real. NDA.
I mean, that shit might not even work. What's your regrets with that situation?
To be honest, I don't even got no regrets. My regret, to be honest, if I did have one to say one, is responding to her. But I feel like no matter what I said, they still had their own opinion. So if I did have regret, it was just responding to it for real. I'm gonna send you to rehab too for the alcohol, man.
Truth be told, man, I've thought about like substance abuse.
For yourself?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I'll be seeing you on your thing. I'll be like, folks ass getting fucked up on this shit. Like liquor, like for real, like I told you in the beginning, bro, like alcohol and like that's you can really like if you go cold turkey and you a motherfucker that drink every day, bro, you can seize out and have a stroke.
So what I would tell you is that for probably the last like 10 years or so, 10, 12 years, I've drank almost damn near every day.
Now look, try to go 3 days without and see how you feel.
I've it's been a few months, but I usually try every few months to try to do a week.
And how you feel? Withdrawals?
Well, I guess there's a little bit of withdrawals, but like I usually do it to make sure I'm in control. If like for example, like right now, like if we had like a handshake bet, like yo, you can't go till next, like what day is today? Today's Wednesday. You can't go till next Wednesday without. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like
you could go to next Wednesday.
Yeah, I'll go next Wednesday.
How a motherfucker gonna really know that you
I'm
did
serious.
it?
No, because I take it serious. Because put like this, it's such a fine line when you're using any type of substance that could be considered a drug, and that could be from marijuana, pills, that could be alcohol, that could be lean, anything. And for me, I always felt like it was a additive. Not saying it couldn't be a bad thing, but I've used it as an additive to my creativity, my life, this and third. If I felt like it took over my life, I would feel horrible.
And that's how I feel though, especially when you depended on it. I'm talking about before I even was getting out the bed, I'm Xanax, 2 of them, 4 in the 20 ounce. I felt like I needed that to function.
Jesus.
I ain't feel like myself, bro.
Damn.
If I ain't had that shit.
So how shortly after you resolved that issue did you go to rehab?
You said how shortly? What issue?
After the whole thing
with the girl
and
all that shit. Probably 3-4 months. 3-4 months. I could see things clearer now. Like I could do business more. I'm not nodding off. I would have been right here like, yeah. Like
really?
If you go back, y'all go back and look at that No Jumper interview. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And then yeah, bro. That shit like some junkie shit for real. Especially when you do something every day. And then we got the money to do this shit every day. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like people overdose, because you know one thing, when you feel like you can control it and you got a tolerance that you built more than the next person, you feel like, man, I can control it.
Yeah.
The whole time you just really killing yourself slow. For real, because we got that tolerance. Like you probably can drink a 5th by yourself and be like, shit, no, you drunk. I'm not drunk. But that's that denial stage.
Fuck. Where are you now? So you're out of rehab. That is behind you. We have now, proven. And by the way, I appreciate you really just breaking down like everything behind that. Obviously, I covered it initially. I thought one thing. I covered it later, and I was like, oh shit, this was fucking cap.
Yeah.
And hearing you explain it, I'm like, damn. It's crazy that anyone even probably, sometimes these accusations gets people to back up off you and whatever. Where are you now in terms of music in terms of all your relationships, and what's really the next thing? Because you're obviously dropping music now. I see, you and Smirk, y'all back rocking like ain't nothing changed, which that's how it should be.
Yeah.
What do you feel like you've missed, or what do you feel like is next for you?
Right now, I'm more being a father to my son, being in my son's life, and also my other kids. I'm working on new music. We got some stuff coming, man. We got some stuff coming, and my album is called "What Made Me." Well, it's self-explanatory. Like, I'm gonna talk about that. What made me, like, basically, what made Doodie Lo? What made you? Like, who is it? Because a lot of people know me from Durk saying my name, or just from that situation, and I'm gonna really let them know in this album, like, what made me. And I'm more happy now, man. I'm smiling and shit. I used to be walking around this bitch like I feel better, and now I'm streaming, like, not like playing the game Madden. Yeah. I'm playing Madden, so I'm set my little stream and shit up. I'm finna start back dropping. A lot of things going good. I got deals on the table, like, you know. I'm feeling good. Better than ever. Like,
seems like you're feeling clear-headed.
Yeah, I'm clear-headed, to be honest. And then, like, after that interview with that Durk did with you, he even bossed up more. Like, what he got going, he built his contacts. You see him, like, he ain't no little boy shit. He Jay-Z numb, you feel me? Like, he on some other shit, so that even motivate me more to, like, yeah, I gotta step it up even, turn it up another notch. I'm finna turn it up another notch. Like, I don't wanna be in the bullshit. Like, I don't wanna be in what all the other, I don't wanna be in the category with the drill rappers and who doing who and who won with who. I don't get no, I wanna get some money on and stay out the way. You're getting done, yeah. For real.
Hey, okay, I do gotta ask about a few people though. Some of your friends. All your friends. FYB J Mane. That's your guy.
Who is that?
That is your guy.
Who is that?
I heard him talk about you.
Where'd you knock it off, man?
I heard him talk about you.
I don't know him. I don't know him for real though.
I think he talked about you, and he told, like, I'm watching this shit, and he said, yo, do your research. So I was like trying to do the research. It didn't come up with nothing, but I was trying to do the research.
You see what I'm saying? That shit do it different when I know it. Well, you don't know
him. Do you know him? Obviously, you probably
I don't know him for real.
Have you seen him online?
Yeah, I've seen him online. He's a funny guy.
Have you, like, I mean, have you interacted with him ever?
Nah, he's just a funny guy. He's a comedian.
But so I think people do look at him as a comedian, but they look at him like, yo, he's like a gangster who really, like, if he's talked about like shootouts, so I'm like, oh shit. And it's like, I think it's like a gangster turned comedian.
I think he just, content, he getting his money, man. Let him get his money. Act like you on some bullshit.
Nah, rock with him. Would you do like some content with him?
No, Seshki.
Why not?
I wouldn't. I don't know him.
Rooga.
What
I don't
about
think he's that fond of you. I seen the interview. You don't look like you're that fond of you.
Man,
Yo, Rooga did an interview at No Jumper, and he was like supremely upset that Adam asked about, like, I don't know if it was you, but it was definitely like Durk or something. He asked him something about a Durk interview. I don't know why he was mad, but
I guess because they trying to stay in their lane. So he probably told him before the interview, don't ask him about no bullshit, and he probably brought the bullshit up.
You don't have politics like with most of these people, right? Like it's not like you. I don't really see you really be beefing.
I don't be beefing, bro. Like, I don't be on that. I'm a cool dude until you play with me. Like, I don't play with people because I don't want them playing with me. Like, the internet and all that shit, fine and dandy, just, don't put me in none of that. I don't get in the bullshit unless it come to me. Then I handle it accordingly.
Let me see who else you got beef with. Fuck.
See, nobody. You can't even think of nobody.
I can't really think.
Who you beefing with?
I ain't beefing nobody.
Yeah, I be seeing you, man. I had to calm you down in your DM one day. You was beefing.
You know who got mad? Well, Youngboy got mad at me because me and Durk cool. But like, I've been cool with Durk like longer than I knew Youngboy.
What did he say to you, no?
He said I picked Durk's side.
He actually told you that?
He didn't say it to me. He just said it online. He was just like, "Yo, you fucking with the other side." Like it was just going crazy, man. I was just like,
we ain't even into it with him.
Nah, y'all into it.
No, we ain't.
Y'all into it.
How? Man, you crazy, man.
Y'all used to hang with Quando Rondo?
You heard what bro said? That was son.
Nah, y'all trying to son Quando Rondo. Quando Rondo was like, it was a big
throw
step.
me my phone real quick, bro.
Quando Rondo was a big step in Chicago. I heard it. I heard when he pulled up, you know what I mean? Y'all niggas just showed him respect. Stop playing.
Come on. Well, that was son. Hold on, what the fuck? Man, we be saying this ain't it. Never be seen. And they did, niggas.
Oh, that's you and him.
Y'all niggas already know the fuck going on. When the nigga comes.
Hello.
Yo, y'all were mad cool. Like, what happened?
Hello, man. You ain't heard this man say it. Hello.
Fuck all the ops.
And they did, nigga. Hold on, what did he say?
Quando run.
Look.
And they did. Going on. When the nigga come to Chiraq,
Look.
I ain't fucking with you. What's that shit?
Oh, what? Nah,
I seen that interview, man.
Youngboy.
And they did, niggas.
Oh, that was you.
What Spark say that was son?
When the nigga come to Chiraq, I ain't fucking with you.
What's
that shit?
You was
What happened?
You know how little boys get older, they think they grown.
This beef with 63rd, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have beef with 63rd.
I don't
right?
know 63rd, bro. For real. Nah, I ain't trolling or not. I don't know them. I know them off the internet.
63rd.
You know them more than I know them. I don't know
think
them.
you got no issue with them.
I don't got no issue with nobody, man. I'm just chilling, man.
You've been a peaceful guy.
Be chilling, man. I'll be getting to the money, man.
What do you think about the industry picking sides between Durk and Youngboy?
You feel like they pick sides?
Yeah. I mean, Durk literally
Who you
said
think pick sides?
Nah, Durk literally said. Durk said, yo, if you fucking with them, you ain't fucking with us.
That don't mean he picking sides. He just say, I ain't fucking with you. Like, it ain't no problem. It ain't like, oh, yeah, we into it. We gonna do something when we see you. That you call that picking. I feel like picking sides is like, yeah, I don't, nigga, fuck you, nigga. I don't fuck with you because you don't fuck with them type shit.
Okay. See, you trying
There ain't one person that's pick sides like that.
So you're trying to be like super political, and I get it. Let me say this to you. So the political way of looking at everything, right, is that you have a big ass OTF channel.
The biggest.
Right? Zoom in on that bitch.
That bitch. Shout
And
out to Wafi.
That OTF change means that if somebody has a problem with Durk, essentially they got a problem with you.
Yeah, I'll ride with my homies till the motherfucking wheels fall off.
In certain situations, and I don't want to get too deep in them because, you know, I just don't want to get near nothing police or federal. But, you know, if there's situations where people got hurt, this and third, some things you can't come back from.
I don't know. I don't know nobody that got hurt for real. For real. I just be chilling. That'd be the internet act. You know, the big act, man.
But, hey, let me tell you this. And I ain't gonna poke the bear. I like that answer. Because I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. I do believe, you know, it's one of those if you know situations, and some shit Like, if the people involved are really street niggas, it shouldn't be on interviews. That's a fact. And as well, people shouldn't be talking their way into RICO charges or any other charges. And like, you're doing good. I'm glad, like, you're sober.
Yeah.
You know, like, you're clear-minded. It look like you're succeeding.
Yeah.
I see Durk, like, man, I'm so proud of him, man. A lot of people, like, they might think it's because, you know, like, whatever, like, me and Youngboy didn't see eye to eye for a second. I've been supporting Durk when he was at, like, maybe one of his lowest points. He was with Def Jam. They kind of dropped him. They kind of gave up on what they believe, like, Chicago music or even drill was. And he just kept persevering. And I remember the times when he used to hit me and say, yo, Ak, listen, you doing this little stream shit, yo, let's play 2K and talk about my album. And when I see him as one of the biggest artists, it shows us that you could be authentically you. You don't got to be a pop star. You could be authentically you and be the guy. Like, yo, he's doing the United Center back-to-back nights.
I performed in that bitch. He brought me
How
out.
was that?
Fucking movie, man. Like, we selling out shit Jordan played. You feel me?
That got to be like, holy shit. Have you ever, like, you know,
gotta come to one of our shows with us.
I
man.
know. I want to come to one in New York.
Yeah.
Whenever y'all come to New York, I want to go.
You gotta pop out. We gonna bring you out.
Hey, when y'all are having these opportunities now, and I think I also asked Durk this question too, is like, do you ever like kind of stop and think about or even like process what the fuck is really going on? Where y'all came from and where it's at?
Hell yeah. Like, when I landed, I'm just like riding black truck, just we bulletproofs and shit like that. It's like, damn, motherfucker came a long way from roaches in the cereal. You hear me? Like, yeah, now we getting older now. We bossing up. Like, ain't no little boy shit no more. Like, ain't no little boy shit no more. Like, we got some shit coming. Like, it's big now. Like, we got more artists. Shout out Didi, Wook, Zoo, Luffy, C3. We on some other shit now. We on some boss shit.
It looks like on the OTF totem pole though, it's like you're the next up.
Yeah, man. All us is like, ain't no big eyes, little U's. You know,
A lot of pressure.
Hell no. Well, especially like I told you, I've been doing music so long and born for this. It's like, it ain't forced. I don't be like, oh, I want to rap because Durk the hottest in the world and this is my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like, you gonna see, this ain't the first and it ain't gonna be the last. This the first and then not gonna be the last.
No, first of all, I'm happy I'm getting to sit with you because I had so much misconceptions.
Yeah.
And like over time I felt bad. I felt bad because I'm like, yo, damn. I feel like I was one of the people who kind of even amplified the voice of somebody that was lying.
Yeah.
And somebody who was really talking down on you. So when you were like, yo, Act, let's talk, I'm like, I'm all the way down with that because, you know, sometimes what people don't really get is that, hey, listen, whether in the media or whether just a man thing, as loud as you are with the criticism, you should be as loud with the praise. As loud as you are with the slander, you should be as loud with the apology. As loud as you are with, you know, kind of saying, hey, look what this guy's doing is wrong. If you find they didn't do something wrong, you got to be as very loud with that. So, you know,
that's why I fuck with you though, cause like a lot of platforms not gonna do that. Like, I wouldn't go do certain interviews again. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't gonna say that. That's why I fuck with you, because you take the good bad with the ugly.
No, of course. And by the way, you also realize what life is, man.
And you realize you go through the shit, so you know the personal
of course
part. And you know what I'm saying?
Man, and we all human.
Exactly.
We all human. Like, you know, one thing about like, especially my page and just like how the plight of everything is like, we understand that, hey, listen, if somebody says you did some crazy shit, everybody wants to believe it. but it might not be true. Like, you know how many times I've reported somebody saying somebody did some shit, we find out the truth, we talk to some other people, it's nowhere near the truth. So then you become like, I've been caught up before in becoming that cog on the machine. It'll be like, yo, damn, you just slandered this motherfucker's name.
Yeah. I never thought you was gonna never show your face from the war side, right?
Oh, for real?
I swear to God. So when you had a podcast with like some other motherfuckers, like a girl and another dude, right? Yeah. I'm like, this the motherfucker. I want to do that.
Hey, yo, so man, I'm gonna be honest with you. That was my like. I always seen myself just kind of elevating, and I always took new challenges.
Yeah. Didn't you chill for a minute after the war in Chiraq?
Well, I was just doing regular rap shit, and then the Drake and Meek beef shit happened. That shit had me lit.
Yeah.
And then, bro, I just felt like I was just like, yo, dog. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I think I've said this before, man. Yo, covering even the Chicago stuff, bro, I think a lot of people thought like I was enjoying it, but that shit used to be fucked up over it, bro.
Think
Bro, I was
about how
covering
many people
death all
gone.
the time, bro. I was covering death. I was covering, I used to talk to some of these people, and like after a while when you cover, like, I don't know how people could work in a certain institution where like death and destruction is always around you. Man, I used to like do a video. I remember when I did the video on I think it was like Capo, and like he was bleeding out. Man, that shit fucked me up for like a week.
That shit fucked me up too. Watching that shit.
Fucked
And
me
I ain't even
up,
know him
dog.
personally.
And I think sometimes people didn't realize, like, man, like I was having a connection with a lot of what's going on. I was really a fan of this.
Yeah.
And I was really like, that whole war in Chiraq thing came out from me being kind of like surprised, like, yo, y'all really think that death is like, people thought that was like, oh yeah, somebody died, like some. And I'm like, nigga, death is forever.
That shit kind of normal now, bro. When you living in that shit is fucked up. Like,
but that shit affects people. Like, well, even when I interviewed Durk, like, man, he's still talking about Newski. He always gonna talk about Newski. Like that, like that shit. That changed his life fundamentally. So I remember after I was doing it for a couple years, I was just like, man, this just it's affected me. But also, I'm like, yo, I don't know how much. Like, where I started off from covering that shit and the shit that I loved, it's turned into something else where I'm just covering killings.
yeah.
And like, a couple years later, I was just like trying to like do something else. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm happy that I did, bro, because I'm gonna be honest with you, as much as people enjoy that shit, bro, like every day, like they were expected to be like, oh, somebody died. I remember there's so many videos I did on people that died. It was just so, like, people don't realize it, but all them shits were like shocking to me.
Do you feel like you was like gassing it up like how people think, or do you feel like you was just covering it and you was covering it and people didn't know how big they was to be covered?
Listen, I don't know if I've ever explained like this. I definitely felt like I made it seem like the Boondocks in a sense. Like, yo, hey, listen, these guys are superheroes. And these guys are in like this fucking like alternate kind of reality. And I guess maybe the audience, like maybe I interpreted it like, damn, this person passed away. But for them, it was just like, oh, okay, that's just another character. Yeah. You get what I mean? So, no, of course, like I always thought the coverage that I did, it was kind of like half and half, where I'm like, I think the coverage is given, like, even I remember when I stopped, Keith hit me and Keith was like, damn, nigga, why you stop doing that shit, nigga? Like, that shit was lit. Because like that shit was also like a source of promotion. But also I do know, and I could kind of feel, because people were hitting me and they were so eager and thirsty for that attention, I knew that might have been taken the wrong way too. Yeah. So it's one of those things where I'm like, sometimes you start out with like good intentions, and then later it gets so big, you realize that, there might be certain niggas that be like, yo, you say he what? Oh, I bet we gonna show you what's up. And
next week he did.
Yeah, that was never the goal.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Like I always said, if I did that shit over again, I would probably do it different. But that was such a unique time. Like, everything that matters and happens with culture now, I mean, drill is all over the place. Like, people love, like, I think without Chicago drill, we don't get a TK, as crazy as that sounds.
A lot of artists, though, for real.
TK was emulating a lot of dudes in Chicago. He was emulating, oh, okay, something just happened. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
And, man, I don't know, man. That was just like a unique time, man. But, you know, I remember meeting Reese. The only person I meet is Keith, I think. Me and Dirk, me and Dirk, we sat in LA. Well, me and Dirk, we did more interviews. We did interviews on Everyday Struggle. Me and Herb, we sat on Everyday Struggle and right here. I had Herb right here. Oh, I never sat with Fredo Santana.
Yeah, R.I.P. Fredo.
Well, also, and Lil Jay. But with Lil Jay, he doing some other stuff. What you think about Lil Jay? You watch the videos.
What video?
Come on.
For real, what you talking about?
They're calling him a mechanic. You know what I mean?
Nah, tell me, fool. You gotta feel me in. Nah, feel me.
Nah, you know that. No, but like, see.
You crazy, man.
Would it ever be? You see, you know what I'd be shocked about now? Like, you see what I see what No Jumper doing. And I talked to Adam the other day, and I said, "Yo,
I want to see y'all in the gloves, folks."
Well, me and Adam,
Yeah,
we not beefing like that.
y'all beefing, man.
Y'all think we beefing?
Man,
No,
y'all beefing.
I would say this though. I was saying to Adam, I said, "Yo, man, I learned so much from like doing like the Warren Chiraq and shit like that. It's like some of the interviews he do now, I wouldn't even do." And it's because I wouldn't even want to touch the areas to spark certain shit, because I realized how powerful my outlet was during that time. Like Adam's a nigga would be like, yo, he gonna get you and Rooga to sit down. Would you ever do that? You wouldn't do that. You might do it, right?
Nah,
With mad security, right?
I'm staying in my own lane, fool.
You don't do the content shit that much?
I don't do that shit, fool. That shit, fool.
Story time with you and J Mane. It hit different.
You whooping.
Yo, did he make up that word, or is it like a Chicago
I
word?
don't know, fool. I don't even know. I don't know, fool.
You don't hate these people though, right?
Nah, I don't hate nobody, man.
You know what I like about you? I like about Dirk too. Even when I interviewed Dirk spoke very direct and he answered everything. But you could tell, like, Dirk ain't doing the online beef and shit.
Nah,
like, he ain't gonna be like, yo, that nigga, fuck that nigga.
Yeah,
I can't wait. He don't do that.
That's
you know
your
what I mean?
homie. Your one homie.
Huh?
That's your one
Who?
homie.
6ix9ine?
That's
You talking about 6ix9ine?
That's your homie. Who your homie? You just said it, man. You know damn
Youngboy?
well that. No,
You're not cool, Youngboy, are you?
I don't know, folks, man. Folks, like,
He's a cool dude. But
that's
he got mad at me, but he's a cool dude.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't fuck with no nigga that
You
don't
should show
fuck
me the
with
video
my
of you and Quando Rondo.
folk.
Y'all can make a song.
Listen, you see, I don't fuck with nobody that don't fuck with my homies. It just is what it is. They stay in their lane, I'ma stay in my lane. That's how I look at it. I don't talk about them, don't talk about me. And if you do talk about me, I'm not gonna respond. That's how I do it. Like, that's like, you my homie, a nigga don't fuck with Big Act, I don't fuck with him. That's how it's supposed to go. It be too many, that's where that back door and all that shit come from. I really want to show these kids.
Chicago introduced the back door, didn't they?
Nah, the back door. Think about, what's that movie with Rico and Alpo and them back in the day? The back door.
That was the back door?
You ain't see how he back door them? That was a back door, bro.
That's not a back door. Ain't the back door is like, yo, I bet, like, yo, we kicking it, and then I hit somebody to come pull up on you. That's the back door. Like, you literally open the back door?
Nah, hell nah. Back door is shit. I'm right here right now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, Act, what's up?
Yeah.
Ooh, let's go get fucked up.
Yeah.
And I smoke your ass in the back of the somewhere. It's different back doors. Or I drop
That's a back door too?
What? I could be like, all right, Act, I'm gone. Drop the low. And when I leave, that's a back door. You be playing slow, man. You know what the fuck.
You know what? Everybody accuse me of playing slow. I'm never playing slow.
Where'd you knock it off?
No. By the way, I don't like backdoor shit.
Yeah, nah, that backdoor shit ain't cool. But like I said,
did you move out of Chicago? You did, right?
Yeah, I moved out of Kankakee. Yeah, I'm in the A with it.
Nah, don't say that.
I'm in the A with it.
Don't say that.
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yo, you know they were trying to say that Durk snitched on Vaughn. That was crazy.
Man, what you knock it off? Next. Hey, look, and
we saw that he didn't snitch on it. Like, come on, it's Durk. Smirkio.
Man, look.
Yo, let me tell you this. You know what the craziest part? Let me tell you this. One of the main things I learned from meeting. Well, I mean, I've met him before, but me and we really chopped it up like before, and I felt like I connected with him on certain shit. I swear, I've never talked to somebody who I could honestly see. Yo, he almost shed a fucking tear when he was describing to me how much he hates snitches. I couldn't believe it. I swear, like I could, he was describing it. It was from the pit of his gut. It wasn't some shit he was just saying for rap.
Yeah.
It was some shit that I could tell. It just goes against every fucking atom in his body.
I was watching that shit up in the like he said, a motherfucker took his daddy away from him. By the way, I love his daddy. Like he a good mentor. You feel me? He a very good mentor for us. Like he keep us on our P's and Q's, like religion and all that. You feel me?
How does he try to relate to because sometimes people be like, all right, I old school, you've been through this shit, but we going through some new shit now. You know what I mean? And yeah, you can give us advice, but it's like,
nah, we ain't coming at Big Durk like that. Yeah. You better just listen what he gotta say, man. He don't mean nothing but the best for us. You feel me? I got nothing. When I first met him, it was just like this.
Damn.
But I'm starting this little nonprofit for Kankakee. I'm gonna go talk to all the schools and do all that shit and really let them know, because it's a small town. I want to let them know it's way more bigger dreams than that. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And I really, that's something you asked me, like, what else I want to do. But that's something I forgot to tell you. Like, that's something I'm going to do. I'm going to go talk to all the schools. Like, not just do no, cliche, yeah, stay in school. Like, no, I'm going to really stories and let them know, this street shit ain't what it is.
Yeah. Damn. Man, I'm proud of you. I seen you drop some music a few weeks ago. I'm excited for really the prospect of what you got going on. Again, man, I feel like you've beaten the impossible. Mm-hmm. I feel like you just beat a RICO case, really, on some shit, which is so hard to be. I feel like you really shed a 1,000-pound gorilla off your back, and now it's all about the music you could bring, and also you telling your story. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you even sat down with me to explain a lot of shit, because I think a lot of people had a lot of questions.
Yeah, you know I wasn't gonna never even talk about that shit no more, for real.
No, well, and I understand that, but that shit is, you're one of the situations where it's public. There's a lot of people who have been through some shit, and it's killing them inside, but they can't say nothing because at least it ain't public.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your shit's public, so at least you could be like, yo, listen, I'm gonna just bare my soul and just keep it 100.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have been through similar to what you've been through. Mm-hmm. And you know what I mean? People sit up there and persecute them. They've lost opportunities, lost situations. People have thought things about them. And ain't nothing worse than when people look at you and they think your character is somebody who would do something that you would never do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, oh yeah, oh damn. And I could imagine you reading them comments and be like, yo, yeah, damn. Somebody assuming some shit, that's crazy.
Man, bro, that shit. But it is what it is. Overcame and still going, and there's money showing. You feel me?
No, of course.
But
new music?
New music on the way. I just dropped a video with Icewear Vezo. That's my dog. Me, him, and Diddy, we just dropped OTF Doodie Lo. We just dropped that. And I got some with my little homie YTB Facts. That shit hard. And I want to
hearing a lot about that nigga.
Get back a motherfucker. But look, but look, I want to shout out Moneybag too, cause he won. Yeah, he one of the first artists that gave me a feature. Like that's my dog. He gave me a feature early on in my career.
Damn, off the love.
Off the love. So I want to shout out him too. Well, yeah, I appreciate you, Act. I want to shout out Big Act, man. Y'all better stop playing with Big Act, man.
Nah, man, don't shout me out. Listen, I want to shout you out because, you know, let me tell you this. I've covered so much of hip-hop music and all these stories, and a lot of times, man, I know a lot of stories of, you know, I feel upset about personally. Like, I'm like, damn, I remember me covering this because it was an allegation, or me covering this because blah, blah, but damn, I realized later, I'm like, damn, that shit was cap.
But look, we know you gave me a chance to speak my side.
Of course, and hopefully we can build from here, man.
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to hear some music. I'm gonna
let you hear this song when we get off of this shit, man. Let's get it, man. Hey, appreciate you though, for real, bro.
My nigga, man. All right. Appreciate you, man. OTF Doodie Lo, man, Off the Record podcast, DJ Akademiks. Go check him out on Spotify, on all your streaming platforms. Appreciate him for popping up. Listen, ain't nothing bigger than the chat. Off the Record, we out.
We out of here.